I want to apologize for the last video I just released. I didn't actually check what was going on. So I was listening to Spotify. I had Spotify running in the background. The stupid device decided to record the Spotify music at the same rate as my voice, which is kind of annoying, but I wasn't actually listening to it at that high rate. So apologies, I think the sound quality is a bit bad, but just wanted to kind of reiterate what I'm seeing right now, just so it doesn't confuse you guys, or if you find it difficult to understand what's going on. Currently the market is coming down. We could see the market go down a little bit more. In fact, what I was mentioning was that, look, we're still inside a bear market, right? As long as we're below the 35k, we're still in a bear market, right? Of course, we could start a bull market right from here, as long as we're having a trend line and we're doing these higher lows. Basically, that's very important. Now on the weekly, we had a few positive weeks. If we get 1 or 2 weeks going down, absolutely fine. Also, the worst case scenario that you have to understand, which is going to be a best case scenario for us, by the way, the worst case scenario is that we could easily go back and test that $17,500 to $18,500, right? So, but we could even collapse and go even further. Now, we mentioned about this on one of the previous videos, that we could see a further drop from here, another 70-80% easily. So these are things we need to keep in mind, and this is one of the reasons why I'm super bullish on BTC. And I think this is the opportunity that we've all been waiting for, right? Regardless what the altcoins did, regardless how Ethereum was pumping, none of this matters, right? What matters is the most dominant coin, BTC, right now, right? It's showing us signals that it wants to come down and test those bottom levels once more. And that's a positive thing, right? For those people who wanted to buy it at a slightly lower price, who wanted a better deal, who's been dollar cost averaging all this time, well, guess what? Your dollar cost average just got a lot better. You're getting more Satoshis for your money, right? So this is what I wanted to say. I mean, I'm sure I spoke longer on the other video, and apologies again for the audio quality, and especially Spotify playing in the background, which I just saw and I was like, whoa, okay, this is not what I expected, right? I thought Spotify was just going to be in the background somewhere, because I did have the volume turned right down, so quite surprised. But I hope the audio quality is a lot better here. And I wanted to reiterate, basically, look, this is a buyer's market. Some of the coins that I'll be picking up this particular season, especially now that we are seeing a slight downward signal, I'm going to be trying picking up as many Ethereum as possible, as many Solana as possible, as many Cardano as possible, as many BNB as possible, as many Avalanche as possible, and a few other picks here and there. So yeah, I'm just topping up on my tops, basically, nothing too much. Because I can see this is an opportunity that we shouldn't miss. Is there a chance for us to go down even further and test the bottom 17.5 level? Absolutely. There's always a massive chance for us to do this. And I mentioned this the other day as well on Discord, I believe. I said, look, there's a 10% chance that we can go and test that bottom level again. There's a 10% chance, right? Now, the 10% could be higher. Now, it looks like a far higher ratio. I mean, I'll give it a 50-50. How we could go down. However, we could easily bounce on the 18.5 and then move back up again, right? For today, I'm not going to worry too much. Today, I can see us coming down and probably testing the $19,900 level, which is absolutely fine, right? This is going to happen in a couple of hours. Right now, the time here in UK is 10:56 p.m, right? So in a few hours, we are going to have a closing candle. We could easily go and test that $19,900 level and then go wherever we need to, right? But the week's not ended, so we've got to wait until Sunday in order for us to confirm what's happening. And of course, this week's going to be a bearish candle, so it's going to close bearish. There's no ifs and buts. We are going to have a red candle. So then Monday candle, the one that we open at midnight or after 1 a.m. in UK, is the one that decides whether we continue to go down or whether we flip and go back up again. Regardless whatever happens, dollar cost averaging, you never lose out. So I just wanted to make sure everybody understands this, that this is a buyer's market. This is when you buy. And of course, I mentioned on the previous video as well, even though the audio quality was bad, that all of this is telling me that we might have a rally going up, or we might have a bearish situation. Whatever the case is, the proper bull market, the one that I'm expecting, I don't think it's going to be here yet. I'm expecting this end of 2023, possibly even 2024, right? So I can see whatever's going to happen right now is just going to be noise, right? It's a good noise because we still make money on it, and I'm not expecting massive returns. So I've mentioned this on the previous video, that I'm expecting 1x's and 2x's. I'm not expecting like 5x, 10x or 100x, none of that business, right? Because it's all about those small numbers in this particular rally. So yes, to maximize gains, it's best opportunity to enter right now. But obviously, I'm not your financial advisor. This is not a financial advice. I'm only telling you what I'm going to be doing, what my current plan is. And this is what I'm planning to do. Sell whatever I have and basically go into as many coins as possible. But right now, this is the buying opportunity. And I'm taking a massive risk, because the risk is that I could potentially lose, well, not lose, but my valuation could potentially go down. Because if you look carefully on this chart, you'll see that the 17,365 is still highlighted because my buy order is still open at that rate, right? You'll see that $16,000 white line that's been drawn. Again, I have a buy order sitting there. These are old buy orders, guys. These are not new lines that I've set up or I'm randomly making things up. This, you can go back to any one of my videos and you can see these numbers have been set in stones, that these are areas that I want to buy. This is where I have put a significant amount of funds to go and pick up those massive dips, so I can make the maximum amount of gains. However, it may never come to this, right? And I understand this. There's a possibility that it may never go to these levels, right? But I was, how would I say this? I was set on it. I was like, okay, this is what it's going to be. This is where I want it. I don't really care what the market does. I'm not going to change my orders, right? Of course, when the market started flipping back up again, I came in with fresh funds to buy fresh orders. So that's what I've been doing. My DCA strategy has been fresh funds, but any orders I previously set at these markers, I have not changed them or anything like this. I've kept them there. I have considered maybe here we are, but I wanted to double check that we get that confirmation. For me, that 26k level was a key factor. If we could break that 26k level, then we kind of reverse the trend momentarily, and that's good enough for me to see a bullish trend for me. But it didn't happen, right? For us to be absolutely super bullish or almost close enough to super bullish, we would have to invalidate the 29k. Again, these are numbers that I've mentioned many times, so I hope you all understand that these numbers didn't come. Are we disappointed? Absolutely not, because we just had BTC being handed to us for a big discount. Okay, for a big discount. So don't make those silly decisions and wait for those numbers to hit. Like for me, for example, I'm sitting at 13k, it might never come there. I'm waiting at 16k, it might never come there. I'm waiting at 17,300, it may never come there. And you can see previously it came to 17,500, but it didn't hit my number, and I'm okay with that, right? We're okay with the market going up, and we're okay with the market going down. When it goes down, we double up, we go hard, right? When it goes up, we just reap the profits and exit as much as we can and get our initial investments out, rinse and repeat, do it all over again. Cycle doesn't end, right? That's the whole purpose of a cycle, right? You go round and round and round and round. So I hope this one's audio quality is a lot better. I hope all of this made sense to you, what we're expecting, what we're doing. Especially, I just wanted to obviously kind of reiterate this as well. Look, I'm not your financial advisor. Anything I say on these videos is just my personal opinions or personally what I'm doing, So if I'm going to go and jump in the ocean and, without knowing how to swim, I don't expect anybody else to do the same, right? So make sure you do your risk management, make sure you understand. And of course, one thing I am going to give you advice on, right, is guys, do not do leverage trading. This is not a leverage market, right? This is a buyer's market. This is a hodler's market. This is a future investor's market. That's where you're going to be basically making the most amount of gains with the least amount of risk. Because remember, regardless how much you buy a BTC for, right? Market goes up, it's still your BTC. Market goes down, it's still your BTC. It's your asset, right? So it doesn't matter if you have a BTC you bought for 20k, 10k, 15k, I don't know, even 100k, whatever, doesn't matter. The point is that BTC still belongs to you, you know, and what goes down will always come back up again, especially in this market. It will come back a bit up again, especially with the current recession and everything looming on top of us, right? So we do have to see these kind of things like, you know, there's a recession coming, there's also other crazy stuff coming, and mark my word, it's coming, right? So when it does come, this is going to be a kind of a fallback for us, right? So this is where we're going to go and find comfort, because your money could be rendered useless, right, tomorrow, but we know that there's always going to be a market for crypto, right? Most people who are in crypto are always happy to sell, so whatever then comes out and replaces money will still be able to come in and out of the market. That's how I see it. So other than that, guys, I'm not going to make this any longer. I hope this was informative, and I again sincerely apologize for the audio quality on the last one. And of course, this one you may be hearing some wind noise. Again, I'm on the motorway, I'm doing about 70 miles an hour, and yeah, there's a lot of noise, right? So again, apologies for the quality, but I hope this one, at least you can hear me clearly compared to the other one. Other than that, guys, thank you very much. I hope to see you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos.